Flem, you kicking off?
Am I?
Yep. It's you this
So
week.
you did it. You
I
had
did
the
last
new
week,
ball
mate.
last week.
I kicked this
So
off.
I'm still sort of opening the bowling. I'm not first change. Lehmo's first change.
Lemo's first change.
Just don't fuck it up.
Okay. All right.
Don't get complacent. Got off to a good start last week.
Thank you. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Make Me Good at Golf, a golfing podcast. Three mates just chewing the fat, going out, trying to improve their handicap. And, of course, joining me, a man off a handicap of 22. He's a Hawthorn fan. He's lost his appendix. He can't play for 2 months.
Yes.
He is going to struggle to get that handicap down, but Anthony Lehman, welcome.
Flem, wonderful to be here. It's killing me that I can't play golf.
I know.
And you know, we may have discussed this last week, the inability of any male to walk past a golf club and not pick it up and have a swing. So I was here with these this morning, just pulling clubs out and having a swing. I think I can chip and putt.
Well, how about we have a go at that during the week?
Yeah. But I can't go full on for at least a few more weeks.
Episode 2, joining us as always, a man who courted controversy after that first episode, calling out the great man, Alice Cooper. We had audio of him talking about his greatest round ever of 65. You have refuted that.
Well-
Pete Helliar, has there been any blowback?
I haven't received any blowback, I have to say, and I'm not saying. Listen,
You did.
I choose to believe that Alice Cooper shot 65. I want to live in that optimistic world. I just happen to play with somebody who had played with Alice Cooper, who does doubt that he actually is capable of shooting 65.
That is how to call someone a cheat in the nicest possible way. I choose to believe that maybe
A mate of
in
a mate's uncle's
fantasy
cousin played
world.
against...
I mean, if Ozzy Osbourne came out and said he shot 65, I would call bullshit on that, definitely.
Okay, while we're potting celebrities, I sent this clip to you. Mark Wahlberg was on Conan O'Brien and claims to play 18 holes in an hour and 15 minutes.
No.
Yeah.
And Conan's like, really?
So
Well,
is there vision of this? And he'd have to be running the whole time.
and he's deadly serious. He's a bit of a flog, isn't he?
Well,
Mark Wahlberg.
he's got that morning routine that he put out a year or two ago, which was a little bit over the top.
Is it 4 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, he gets up at 4 and he plays 9 and then he goes to the gym and then he has a sandwich and goes back to sleep. But he, like, if he's playing golf in an hour, that means the group in front of him is playing golf in an hour.
Well, he says that if you tee off first, so there's no one in front of you.
Okay.
But it's 4 minutes per hole for 18 holes. He's kidding himself.
Are we going to have a go at that?
I'm not. I've got
Or
no.
we actually run?
I've got no
that?
interest in that.
I've had my appendix out. I'm no good.
He was one of the great rappers.
He was
Marky Mark. Was he Marky Mark?
And the-
Marky
and
Mark,
the-
yeah.
And the Funky Bunch, don't forget them.
Yeah. I tell you what, talking about greatness, we're reviewing the Open
Yes.
2025, and we've had a roughie come from behind.
Oh, yeah.
Scottie
Did not
Scheffler.
see this coming at all.
Scheffler's his name.
He's-
I'm calling it here. He'll go down as an all-time great. 17 under.
It
Fourth
tu-
major.
Turns out he's pretty good. Has he read a philosophy book in recent times?
Yeah.
Because every time he's being interviewed, he goes on about how it's not that important to him and what's the meaning of life anyway. And people got to realise stuff like this doesn't make you happy.
It was a very odd press conference, and
Yes.
I understand, and I quite like, hearing there's different golfers from different parts of the world and their philosophies on life.
Yeah.
Is the press conference before you're about to play in the oldest, most prestigious major the right place? Because it did have a little. I felt like it had a cloud over it this week, where you're kind of watching it going, so does he care?
And he said the same thing in the post press conference after he won.
He said it again.
He said, well, someone brought it up.
Of course, I
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
And he
Backed
said
it up again.
And he said it again. He go, he was saying, look, I care about golf. I love golf. Golf's been really good to me. But this isn't the be all and end all. My family comes first, and
Okay.
I'm more interested in being a good dad. And I could just see every other golfer who played going, Well, give me a chance.
Well, my
I'll
qu-
take the trophy.
And I love my family too. I don't.
Yeah, they're not mutually exclusive.
It's so different than when the Shark won in 1996.
Yeah.
He's not thinking about faith or the family. Remember he said, I was in awe of myself today. Do you remember that?
Did he say that?
The Shark's not worried
The
about
Shark's
it,
not
is he? Can we get back to the Shark?
Yeah, yeah, because when he finally won it, and it was a tap-in putt in the end, and he knew he'd won it earlier in the day. Let's face it. Like there was a putt, and he just basically tilted his cap. There was nothing, and it wasn't until he saw his family because he doesn't give a fuck about golf, and then he sees his family, and he's like, yeah, and he gives it a big fist pump, the double fist pump.
Yes.
And I thought, thank God he's given it something, because I was concerned he was just going to, like, compare the walk that Rory McIlroy has after winning the Masters a few months ago compared to he could have been going down to the shops. Scottie Scheffler.
I know. He was very chill. And you're right. He saw his wife, who was holding their son.
Yep.
And he threw his hat in the air and
Yeah.
finally showed some emotion.
Imagine if they weren't there. Thank God they were there.
He just sort of, they'd shoot the ball going in and look for it. He's gone.
He's gone.
He would have fucked off by then, wouldn't he? Hey, I've got a different angle on the pre-tournament interview.
Yeah.
As an ex-professional athlete, was it the ultimate flex? By saying, doesn't really bother to me and all that. So,
It means more to you guys than it does to me.
so you're playing against a guy and you go, oh my God, he's killing us.
Yeah.
And
He
he
doesn't
doesn't
really care.
Yes.
Oh, is there a little bit of flex in that?
You know what? I think, because in boxing, their mind games are just, you don't have to read between the lines. You're a fucking loser and I'm going to smash your face in. Whereas in golf, it's a bit more subtle.
Yeah.
It's a bit, well, I'm here, but whatever.
He'd
I
be
don't
an
really care
awful.
what happens. It's a
He'd be
good-
an awful wrestler, wouldn't he? You know, in the pre-interviews. I don't really care.
I would love
He's a nice fella.
He's however it goes, whatever. My family's more important to me.
I would love it if Scottie Scheffler came out and said, I'm going to smash your fucking face in. That would be worth watching.
Let's see how he's going in 10 years' time.
That's where live golf is going to be going. When he starts playing live golf, they're the kind of press conferences we expect from Scottie Scheffler.
We need some boxing style press conferences in live golf. I can't get over the Shark. I'm in awe of myself.
Yes.
And you know,
Look it up.
all I can think of are those nude photos he put out a few years ago. I think he was in awe of himself then as well.
He's already been quite significant in 2 episodes. He's going to continue to. I'm watching his social media accounts. The Shark
Is he
never
following us yet?
disappointed. Hey?
Is he following us yet?
Nah.
No lawsuits though.
No, that's good. He probably
Hey,
don't follow us yet.
by winning 4 majors, you know, he's getting into that upper echelon. Like he's equal 22nd now, Scottie Scheffler.
Well, who has that staggering stat? That quite a fascinating
so-
stat. The same amount of days.
Tiger, from his first major to his 4th major, was 1,197 days.
Exactly the same
And
amount of
Scheffler,
days.
first major to 4th major, 1,197 days. Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's with Ernie Els and that sort of link. Old Tom Morris, young Tom Morris. No Tommy Links. Links didn't win. Tommy win any.
Did you get any blowback out of Tommy Links last week?
Just pushing it back a little bit there.
I did. I had a couple of mates ring me and
Your
go,
reaction.
did you believe that story? I was like, I kind of did.
Your face when I revealed it, it was unreal. I just love that. But
So all time, most weeks at number 1.
okay,
Tiger, 683 weeks at number 1. The Shark is second, 331 weeks. And Scheffler third, 149 weeks. Now, it depends on your metric for measuring greatness there, but he's third on that
the
list.
Shark should have won so many more.
He should have won more. He left a few behind. But Scottie Scheffler, does he make golf look too easy? Because he was on a different level.
Yeah.
And it was such a fascinating,
Yes.
run for second place. If Scottie Scheffler wasn't playing this tournament, it's maybe one of the great tournaments of all time.
But this is the thing. He's not only winning, he's winning easily.
Yeah.
You know, Tiger-like or Nicholas at time. Yeah, normally it gets down to 1 or 2 shots.
Well, everyone
But
else,
he's winning by 3 or 4 shots.
It was over pretty early.
the double bogey when he hit into the bunker was exciting. I thought, hey, here we go. I was trying to make a case in my mind for somebody to make a move.
What did he do on the next hole?
He birdied.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he got it back.
Of course.
So
he
there
did.
is a little bit, you know, what athlete does he remind you of? You know, because he's not, doesn't have charisma like Tiger Woods or Rory or even Phil Mickelson. You know, I'm sort of thinking like a Pete Sampras,
Oh.
dominant, you know, and
A
just
bit dull.
wore them down, but a bit dull.
But a bit dull. Has he got to touch the Mark Wars about him?
Or internally, Junior, one of the funniest men you've
Yeah, right.
ever met.
Yeah.
Like,
it was interesting to me with Scheffler in the first round. Have a guess how many fairways he hit out of 18.
oh,
I'm going to go.
Well, it's
14?
excluding the par threes.
yeah. So
12.
14.
3.
Is that all?
I was going to go super low, but I thought that'd be a dick
He
response.
hit 3. His lowest ever is 2. He hit 3 fairways
So it's overrated.
on a links course as well.
on a links course.
But he mustn't
I
have.
was-
But I want more than that. He mustn't have missed by much because the rough was insane.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
the rough was insane.
Like they were
But-
opening up their club and just trying to get back on the fairway as opposed to trying to.
And a good
get on
lesson
the
for
green.
Lehmo. If you're going to bring a fact, bring fucking more. Because Flame wants more.
No,
It's
I
not
do.
enough.
I wasn't ready for the cross-examination.
Dispersion rates. What's the dispersion?
So, but I loved how many of them were missing fairways. Loads of them were spraying tee shots. The other thing I loved was the weather was great. That
Yes.
brought me a lot of joy. But the thing I couldn't believe, the number of putts that fell short.
Yeah.
Of missed putts, I reckon 19 out of 20 were short.
But how many were just like lingering over the hole?
Yeah, felt like there's a lot of those. And I think I noticed the short putts, particularly on the last day, where the guys who were trying to get to second or even try to make a move on Scottie Scheffler were just getting a little bit nervous. Like,
Yeah. And
Travis
they were-
Ling, even Bryce DeChambeau a couple of times.
Yes. And
Well,
they
he
were all
forces you to
short.
take a risk, doesn't he? To win.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they want to be methodical as well. But when you're behind, you got to chase him.
Yeah.
Hey, now, here's my question. Flem, you might be a better place to answer this. If Rory McIlroy is hitting a 9-iron, 160 metres, right, which
that what
he
it was?
160 metres, a 9-iron, when does he ever use a 5, 6 or 7-iron? Because if he's driving on a par 5, he's...
Well, did you hear? He uses the driving iron. Do you know what a driving iron is? So
Do tell.
it's almost twice as thick as a normal iron. But he'll hit that 250.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
You got to remember too at the Opens, the links. I explained links golf last week. You get more run
Yes.
because Tiger, I think in 2006, didn't even use a driver once and won.
Is that
Because
right?
of the extra, and he wanted to make sure you make sure you're not in those pot bunkers. Even the pros lose a shot there.
Yeah.
But the ball distance and striking's insane. But with Scheffler though, listening to a few podcasts, it's hard to think of a memorable shot because he
Yeah.
doesn't have to play them. Whereas Tiger Woods and Rory, who hit the ball further but get into more trouble, you think of Tiger hitting under trees or over trees and all that. But Scheffler just doesn't get into trouble.
I did find myself missing the trees when I was watching it. Would you
Yeah.
rather watch a links course or be watching a major at Pebble Beach or
I like
Augusta?
the majors, full stop. I like
Yeah.
the difference that it brings.
Yeah.
So you might be dominant, in at the Masters. You're playing that course. US Open, PGA, and the Open change around. So you to win all four like a Nicholas and a Tiger Woods have, and Rory ticked that off, didn't he, at the Masters? Not in 1 year, obviously. Geez, you've got to have a good all-round game.
Yeah,
Because
true.
a lot of people win Opens
Yep.
and don't win in America,
Yeah.
or vice versa.
I did do some research, and I've got an actual fact
I like this.
about
and
links.
he's pointing at me too.
About links golf. So that's
Okay.
where golf started in Scotland
Yes.
on those links style courses, and link is from a Celtic word or something, meaning land that's near the sea.
I thought it meant deodorant.
How are we going with that
you-
sponsorship?
you-
Yeah, I'm trying to get it across the line.
Links
I'm trying-
Africa
I'm trying
will
to-
be with us soon. The sand, because you're near the beach, would naturally occur around the course. So bunkers were a naturally occurring obstacle.
Right.
So then bunkers on other courses were just introduced because they thought they were
Naturally
nice,
there.
they looked good and a fun little extra obstacle to have. So they were naturally occurring to start with on golf courses, and then they just took the idea
That is
Lovely.
and put them in elsewhere. Hey, Jack Nicklaus
Yeah.
pretty handy golfer,
Yeah.
turns out.
Didn't play.
Between 1963 and 1980,
Yeah.
right, he played 18 British Opens.
Yeah.
Out of those 18, how many top 5 finishes do you reckon he had? Out of 18.
Was it 17?
16 top 5 finishes.
16.
16. He came runner-up 7 times, won it 3 times, came third 3 times, fourth twice, and fifth once.
But out of those 16 times, how many greens in regulations did he hit?
Just too many questions.
It's a follow-up question.
Too many no follow-up questions.
Your-
My knowledge, I'm like a classic person who's worked in broadcasting for years. My knowledge on every topic is paper thin.
Very surface level.
So-
Very surface level.
I can sound like an expert until I'm asked a follow-up question.
How did we feel about Rory McIlroy? I like Rory McIlroy, and I found myself rooting for him
They
because
wanted him to
they
win.
they so wanted. I was quite touched weirdly by the support he got. You know, Flem, you played at the MCG, your home ground. What's it like to play at your place?
Oh, there's nothing like that. I think the first one-day game I played in at the MCG against New Zealand, we had Shane Warne, Dean Jones had just come back, Paul Rifle and myself. So I think we got 85,000. So not only that, playing with 3 of your Victorian teammates was insane. And the support you got when you come on to bowl, they announce your name. And there was that, wasn't it? It was Rory Mania.
Yeah.
And he played pretty well.
Well, yeah,
didn't
because
he?
his form hasn't been that
Yeah.
great post-Masters. So there's a version of this where he, has a shocker. It doesn't miss, he misses the cut, but no,
he was
he
good.
played well.
He was good.
And Shane Lowry, my boy, seriously, that 2-stroke penalty was unlucky on day 2, I think it was. He was nowhere near it. It moves. It did
So
move.
some people are polarised whether you should be lose 2 shots for that.
It seems
like
harsh.
it did move,
It did.
And there is a chance he would not have seen that. And it didn't go forward,
No.
and it didn't present him in a better position. So there is a case to say play on, or just replace it where it was.
Yeah. But he was very honest and he took it like a champion. But he did have a moment on one of the on the tees where the microphones pick up everything, don't they? And he wasn't happy with one of his shots. Let's have a look.
No, don't go
That's
left.
as well.
Fuck off. Fuck this place.
Now the funny thing is, he's playing in his hometown.
Yeah.
That's his hometown,
Yes.
and he's saying his fucking place. It's your hometown, Shane.
See, I love it when professional golfers do things that we do.
Yes. Well, there
'Cause,
were.
yes, there was a bit of that,
Yeah.
wasn't there?
I reckon Rory McIlroy dropped the C-bomb on 14
Oh.
today. He wasn't. He drove that a bit wide. Dropped the C-bomb, and I think one of my new favourites, Hao Tong Lee. At one point, I think he was on 17th. He was for his approach to the green, was trying to get somebody to stand back, and he actually said, "You hear him in the mic, he's going to say, just tell him to stand the fuck back." And I was like, "Wow, I wasn't expecting him to say that." And that was.
But it would annoy them, wouldn't it? I know, particularly in America, they seem to get so close, and I'm going, I wouldn't be doing that if I was hitting.
Oh, mate.
If you shank it
yeah.
straight into them,
Yeah.
Are you happy with Lowry? You called him. You say you were like for him.
Yes.
He's the one that
Yeah, probably-
you live. And if you could grow that beard, it'd be sensational.
Yeah, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, I probably regret saying he reminds me of myself, or that we're like
You
alike.
did.
But if it's a battler element, I think. That Shane Lowry that I'll respond to. I mean, I would have liked him to have done better.
Yes.
But he's home tournament. He won it. He's won it before. But yeah, he's all right.
Hey, I've got something else too. The mallet putter. Where do you two sit on that?
Which one's a mallet putt again? Is that not the broomstick?
Looks like a mallet
Right.
instead of just the
Oh,
little blade.
Yeah.
So since
Who's using it?
Scheffler changed 32 tournaments ago, guess how many he's won since he changed to the mallet putter?
10.
Actual tournaments, 13, including 3 majors. So he's always been a great ball striker, particularly with his irons. The change of putter has taken him to a different level. What putter do you recommend? Peter.
Whatever's in my bag.
I rarely use the putter. I'm chipping in more often than not, and if I'm not chipping in, it's a gimme.
Very good.
It's a gimme from the bunker. Didn't Rory McIlroy hit a 61 on this course when he was 16 years old? Or
Wow.
Because is it his home course as well?
I'm not sure.
Not sure if it's certainly. I mean, he's Northern Irish, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's his home course or not. But
His father
10 under's
famously
not bad.
put on the bet that he'd win a major, wasn't it? And won quarter
Yeah, I think his
$1 million
relatives.
or something.
I think their relatives have loaded up a few times on him.
Yeah.
a few different bets. But what do we think of the got on the agenda of the time it takes to play around early on there? Where I think it was 6 hours.
Yeah.
Oh,
play
well,
around?
Rory McIlroy was 4 hours for 9 holes
9 holes
on the
yeah.
first day.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So Bryce DeChambeau's come out and said that he reckons they should just time everyone. You get time. Are we happy with that?
Get him on the clock.
Well,
Absolutely.
even in
Yes.
test cricket, they're hopefully bringing in the shot clock that you've got to
Yeah.
start the over in a certain amount of time just to quicken things up. But
Yeah.
surely, I like what Bryson said.
Yeah.
Call out the slow golfers. I think Rory played 9 holes in 4 hours
Yeah.
on
right,
day
yeah.
2.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
So Bryson DeChambeau, by the way, outside his opening round,
Yeah,
I think he
brilliant.
shot a 70. It was 75 or
It
something.
says 78.
78. I
Yeah.
think he had a 64 the following day.
And he had a 64 on the last day.
Yeah.
As well, 7 under, yeah.
So that's incredible, isn't it? Like, Flem,
it's so hard.
We're going to go to you because you're the athlete here. But to have a shocker, like 78's a
I know.
shocker, 7 over, the bounce back the next day, what does that take?
Mate, for us normal golfers, the monthly medal is on a Saturday, first Saturday of the month. You turn into stroke. It changes the psychology.
Yeah.
Do you know what I meant? With Stableford, which we keep talking about, 2 putts, I'll get a point here, or I've
Yeah.
only got 1 putt left to get a point. Let's go hard at it. In stroke, you can't do that. So for us I probably play it half a dozen times a year. It is so much more stressful. Every round's like that for them.
Yeah.
And they got rain and wind and slowness of play, the rough there. So they are, and in the end, they've got a caddy, but it's them that are doing it.
Yeah.
Isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
You don't have a team, a football team around you or a cricket team around you to do that. It's phenomenal the way that these guys fight back. Even with Scheffler, the double, I would be thinking, oh, God, birdie, next hole.
Yeah.
So they are like machines, these golfers.
What about, did you see the Buddhist monk who was playing?
Yeah.
The Thai dude?
No.
He should have played with Scheffler. That would have been a real zen-off between those two.
Or Ryan Peake. I think Ryan Peake. He missed the cut, our boy. He was. I think he was 2 over.
He started
after 6
all right,
holes, and
didn't
he was okay
Yeah.
after that.
Yeah, he just kind of went to pieces. He was playing with Phil Mickelson.
Yeah.
And interesting that Phil Mickelson, legend,
Yeah.
obviously. So he was a little bit awestruck playing with him. This is what he had to say after the tournament.
What did you say to Phil when you walked onto the first tee today? Did you have any chat with him?
No, he just introduced himself, which, I don't think he needs to introduce himself. I was well aware of who he was. But obviously I was nervous. I wouldn't say nervous because I was playing next to Phil. I know your first major and things like that. But he wasn't offering me help. I would have known I was in a bad place if he come over and started offering me help. But no, we chat. He's very friendly. We just had a lot of normal chit-chat. Talked about family. We talked about different things,
Yeah.
Nothing in particular. But grabbed his putter off him a few times and had a little feel with it. I mean, that's the OG. That's the one from the Masters. So there was a couple of cool things, and yeah, like I said, his caddy gave away golf balls as he walking off the tee, and I yelled out, "What about me?" And he had a laugh, thought I was being sarcastic, and he said, "Are you serious?" I said, "No, I'm deadly serious." And I said, "Can you sign a glove as well?" He's your hero growing up, and my old boy's out here this week, and he loves him as well. So I'm not going to ask him on the first tee, but I'll ask him after the round.
That's
How cool.
That is very cool. He's almost like a Make-A-Wish kid.
Yeah.
But there's not many sports. That's a great. Sorry, it is the great thing about sports. You can get to play with your idols.
Yeah.
Can't you?
Remember the Olympics when I can't remember, might have been Algeria or something, who the USA played in basketball. And as soon as the game finished, they all went over with autograph
Yeah.
for the USA team to sign them.
Hey, did you see an Australian player shot?
Not many.
I saw Scottie lining up one in the background. Besides that,
Wait,
until the cut, we saw a bit of Mark Leishman who played really
I-
well.
only Aussie who made the cut, yeah.
I had an issue with the broadcast because we hardly saw any Aussies.
No.
And I reckon John Rahm, for whatever reason, I feel like I saw every shot he played. And JJ, what's his
Spawn?
name? Spawn, I saw every shot he played. So I don't know why they were so focused.
Were you watching the preferred group, like the selected groups telecast? Because it was you watched selected groups where they focused on. Because I was watching it, and then the Bobby McIntyre was on a lot with his partner. And I'm like, what? Scheffler started. They're not showing Scheffler. Oh, hang on, I'm watching the wrong bloody thing.
No, I went to the broad. I always watch the broad
I
one.
was just watching the Foxtel.
So Foxtel was on two
Broadcast.
channels. So one was
Yes.
preferred couples or pairings or something like that, and the other one was just like they'd all the
Yeah,
players.
sometimes they'll
No,
have.
I think I was watching the general. I think I was watching the.
But
general,
sometimes they'll have about half a dozen options.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So you can see a lot of different pairs playing, which is good. But I watched the general one. I didn't. Cam Smith has won an Open. I didn't see him play a shot.
Cam Smith almost shanked one off one of the tees.
Gee, I tell you what,
He's
he's gone
the-
downhill, eh? Last couple of years.
Only golfer to miss all four cuts in the last 4 majors.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
that's a rough year.
has not gotten through. Can I ask one question? This is a very quick question before we go. I saw Bobby McIntyre chip. This is a rule that I've always played by. He was chipping off the green, and his caddy tendered the flag. I always grew up thinking if you're off the green, the stick stays in the hole, but he tendered it. What's the rule there?
I think you can tend the flag, can't you? Or you're chipping.
Mate, is it because he's chipping and not putting?
I don't
I
but-
don't know that one. Not
but I-
you keep it in.
I always-
Geez, that's very confident. That's Trump-like confidence with the chipping.
Maybe he should have. Maybe he may have been putting, but he was definitely off the green. And yeah, I always assumed it was a rule. It's
Yeah.
a rule I played by.
Can we look that up? You're on your phone
yeah,
right now,
no,
Lehmo.
I'm
Lehmo will have a fun
I'm-
fact about it soon.
Hey Siri.
Yeah. Hey, we'll work that out, but I'm pretty sure you can. But anyway, I'm clearly not an expert. Don't ask me another question. Don't ask me a follow-up question. A prize money, 3.1 mil for Scottie Scheffler. What do you reckon so 70 players make the cut. What did the 70th player get?
To get 100?
38,900.
Yeah.
So
Which is
100 grand.
kind of less than I thought it might be. And if you miss the cut,
Yeah.
the first 10 get 12 grand. The next 20 get 10 grand. And the rest get
And you're
8,750.
paying for everything, aren't you? Wow.
$8,750. There are 156 players.
Yeah, so
86 have missed the cut. And they got paid bugger all.
yeah, so they're down for the
So
weekend.
that's the
They're down,
brutality as well. Like you're talking about the pressure of playing these shots. They've got the constant pressure of making the cut
making a
as
absolutely.
well.
And then there's Ryder Cup points that are, and ranking points that they all playing
yeah.
for on top
Yeah.
of prize money. So, just very quickly, we're
Yeah, this is it.
What is this final question? What is the ideal score that you want to win a tournament? Like, is 17 under too far, too good, or do you want something to win 8 under where it's tougher?
Well, the PGA love having it tougher, don't they?
Yeah.
That it's hard to
I think I'd love it
actually
a bit
for them
tougher.
to actually. But I don't think the wind didn't blow as much.
No,
And rain, like particularly on day 4, that could have blown out the scores big time. Day 4 was pretty good, wasn't it?
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Conditions were great.
I like 1 under. I love it when there's like only one player is under the card.
And that should make it closer too, shouldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
You would have thought so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, and there was a hole in one.
Yeah.
And what disappointed me, I didn't see a single beer thrown onto the green.
Disappointing.
Mate,
Disappointing.
this is the Open. This is the traditional one. I don't think that's happening here.
Scotland, though, they're a bunch of pissheads up there, aren't they?
Yeah, I would have thought. That's the Open, but this episode's closed.
Well,
Episode,
Oh, nice.
Well done.
episode 2, episode 3. I think we're doing
First card.
it. Pete's first
Yeah.
card.
I'm excited.
What are we predicting score-wise, Lehmo?
Score, I think, off the stick
Sandhurst.
at Sandhurst, 120.
I'll go 105,
Yeah.
Okay.
but we're going to find out next episode. Good luck, Pete. Bring your A grade game and your mallet putter and make me.
Good at golf.
You left nothing for me.
But-
You
yeah,
son of a bitch.
selfish.
You son of a bitch. We're a team.
Okay, let's do that
Okay,
again.
do it again, do it
He has
again.
burnt you.
You're doing all the
You
words.
stuffed it up last time. You know what he did last time? He repeated what I
I
said.
got excited. Oh, no, I thought, okay, this has not been rehearsed, obviously. But read the.
Do it again. Do it again.
Okay, that's the open. This episode is closed. Make me.
And me.
Good at golf, whatever.
What are you doing? That's it.